Sony ZV-E10 versus GoPro Hero 10. Which one should you buy for YouTube? Let's find out. So, if you're doing something like vlogging or action sports, especially if you're doing action sports, I think you should go for the GoPro Hero 10 rather than the Sony ZV-E10 for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is stabilization. Reason number two is portability. So the stabilization on the GoPro Hero 10 is pretty much the best digital stabilization on the market. It is much better than the stabilization on the Sony ZV-E10. And it's not that stabilization on the ZV-E10 is really bad, it's actually pretty usable. The problem is, once you're going to turn it on, it's going to crop like 40-45%. So even if you're going to have a super wide angle lens for vlogging, it's not going to be super wide angle anymore because of the 40-45% stabilization crop on the Sony ZV-E10. And yes, you can use something like the Sony Catalyst browse and stabilize your clips in post-production, and then it's going to be only like 10-15% of crop. But it's a hassle, it's not really practical. You have to film your clips, then you have to import it to Sony Catalyst browse, you have to stabilize all the clips. It's just going to be super annoying in my personal opinion, whereas on the GoPro, you just film, you have great stabilization right off the bat, and it's amazing. It looks great, stabilized, not shaky, and it just looks amazing. Then there is the form factor, so the GoPro Hero 10 is pretty much 30% of the size of the Sony ZV-E10, so it's going to be much more practical to bring pretty much anywhere with you. You won't have to think twice if you should bring it or not because it's so compact, small, lightweight, whereas the Sony ZV-E10, it's still compact, but it's much bigger than the GoPro Hero 10. Now, a couple of reasons why I would pick the Sony ZV-E10 over the GoPro Hero 10 for vlogging. One is image quality. The image quality on this camera is much better than on the GoPro Hero 10. Two is the front-facing screen. It is much bigger than on the GoPro Hero 10. The screen is actually bigger than the GoPro Hero 10 itself. Then the ports. You have a microphone port to attach a microphone. You have a HDMI port to attach a field monitor. You have a headphone jack to monitor your audio and so on. And here you have just USB-C to charge the GoPro, and if you want to attach a microphone, a field monitor or something like that, you have to spend more money and buy the GoPro Media Mode. Now, what if you're someone like myself, you're shooting your videos for the most part indoors, the camera is sitting on a tripod for like 90-95% of the time, or maybe you're doing some live streaming or podcast or whatever, but basically you don't need to rely on image stabilization. In this case, I would definitely pick the Sony ZV-E10 for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is image quality. Two, lenses. You have the E-mount ecosystem of lenses to choose from and customize the look however you want to. Then the ports. You can attach a microphone, you can attach a field monitor, you can monitor your audio directly from the camera rather than buying the GoPro Media Mode. And finally, the camera feels more like a camera. You have more buttons, you have more customization when it comes to the menu. You can customize pretty much everything on this camera, whereas on the GoPro, everything is just a bit more limited. So for example, right now I'm shooting with my Fujifilm X-T4 and the Fujinon 16-55 of 2.8. I have my lighting, I have my microphone, everything looks and sounds amazing. Let's see how this shot looks like with the GoPro Hero 10. Alright, right now I am filming with the GoPro Hero 10 Black. This is how it looks like compared to my Fujifilm X-T4, and as you can see, the image quality is not as good, not even close to the Fujifilm X-T4. Everything looks much noisier, and also look at this field of view. The field of view of the camera is just totally insane compared to my Fujifilm X-T4. So because of all these reasons, I don't think the GoPro Hero 10 is really a practical solution for YouTube indoor studio videos because the sensor is so small and tiny and it just becomes noisy really fast. I think it's a great vlogging camera, but not really a great YouTube studio camera. Now let me put my Sony ZV-E10 and let's see how it looks like compared to the Fujifilm X-T4 and the GoPro Hero 10. And right now I'm shooting with the Sony ZV-E10 with the kit lens. I'm not using any special lens to enhance the image quality. This is pretty much what you're going to get for $700, and it looks so much better than the GoPro Hero 10 for this kind of videos, for YouTube studio videos, for live streaming, for podcasts. If your camera is going to live on a tripod, this camera makes much more sense than the GoPro Hero 10. Also, as you can see, I have my monitor attached directly to the Sony ZV-E10, so I can properly compose my shot, expose my shot, and so on. And also I have my microphone directly attached to the Sony ZV-E10, and I can also see on the screen here many settings to adjust exposure, colors, white balance, and so on. So, conclusion time. If you're doing vlogging or action sports, I think you should buy this camera. And if you're doing something like I'm doing right now, YouTube studio videos, podcasts, live streams, you're presenting something, whatever, the camera is living on a tripod, buy this camera. It's really amazing for the price. For $700, I don't think you can get a better camera on the market at the moment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.